This is 106.1 KYVZ. Good Tuesday morning. Joe Vyzourek visiting once again with meteorologist Chris Sramek at Decision Weather in Atwood, Kansas, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. Chris, after an unseasonably warm couple days, things are cooling back off with chances of maybe some light wintry precipitation later on this afternoon.
Yeah, Joe, we got a cold front that's going to come barreling through here, and that's going to be a big change from what we saw yesterday. Yesterday, we did see record temperatures being set in Burlington, Goodland, and in Atwood, and some of those records went all the way back to 1896. We also saw records that broke across the country all the way from Minneapolis to Chicago, down into the Dallas, Texas area, where places in Texas reached into the lower 90s, and that's only the third time in history that's happened in the state of Texas. So what we're going to see here today is we're going to see this front come through here probably in the next couple hours or so, or at least by lunchtime. And those winds are going to turn to a north direction at 20 to 30 miles per hour. You could have some gusts upwards to 45. And our temperatures will top out here this morning in that 40 to 45 degree range. And then they'll fall through the 30s, 20s to overnight lows in the middle teens. Also with that frontal passage, when it does come through, those gusts are going to kind of be immediate. That'll be you get to have some concern if you're out there on the roads, because that'll be a surprise and something that could hit pretty quick. Also, could be, like I said, some blowing snow and dust with it. We do have snow being reported of 2 mile to half-mile visibility in the Cheyenne, Wyoming area, out there around Scotts Bluff and in that Torrington, Wyoming. When that wave comes through later this afternoon or evening, we could see some quick snowfall that will reduce visibilities to 1 mile or less. And again, another travel concern to be worried about. Not expecting any accumulation, but those visibility issues with that. The winds will die down after midnight. We'll start off kind of wintry tomorrow. Those temperatures are only going to be in the teens, but we're going to see a quick rebound back into the upper 40s, maybe even hitting 50 degrees out to the west along the Colorado border as high pressure and a westerly flow moves in right behind this system. As the system moves off to the east during the early morning hours and later this evening, any severe weather thunderstorm threat will probably clear Kansas and not get picked up until eastern Missouri, Illinois, and Indiana this evening and into the early morning hours. For us tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, behind that high pressure, we're going to continue to warm. We're going to go into the 60s to end the week, and then when we get back to the weekend, we'll be talking about those temperatures again in the 70s. Possibly near those record levels. Fire weather conditions will increase as those west winds will become breezy, and it will continue to be dry and something that we got to be concerned about.
Chris, I was listening to the weather radio earlier this morning, and I noticed that they've increased the chances of precipitation with that upcoming storm system the first of next week. Are your computer models showing that maybe this has a better chance of bringing us some precip?
Yeah, Joe, that is correct. We have seen verification this morning on computer models that a system on the Sunday night into Monday, and then again another one around the 7th, 8th, 9th, and one further into the month, the 12th, 13th, and 14th, all look pretty organized. And what's different about those than what we got with this one's coming through really fast and hard. It's going through quickly. Those other ones are inverted and have a tilt to them, the low pressures and troughs. That'll allow them to move slower and then to spin around that low, pulling up the Gulf moisture from the south. That first one, Sunday night into Monday, is coming from the northwest, so it will have colder air with it. We're expecting more snow than rain potential with that one. The one on the 7th and air is coming from the south, so that one could have the storms and more rainfall with it. We'll still be on the backside. And then those other ones, as we get warmer and further into March, same type of thing. If they're coming from the northwest, you got the rain, thunderstorms out ahead of it in the Midwest, wraparound snow for us. If you get one coming from the south, that'll pull rain and moisture up from the south and east and give us some moisture. And that's definitely something we need because we're still a little bit dry. We got above normal precipitation since Christmas. We've seen a category of improvement in the drought monitor, but we're still about an inch and a quarter behind. So if we could catch a nice inch or an inch above normal precipitation in March, that'll look good heading into the spring as we're looking at getting some crops in the ground.
Once again, that's Chris Sramek at Decision Weather in Atwood, as well as America's Weather Streaming Channel. For KYVZ Radio, I'm Joe Vyzourek.